So today I'm going to make fire starters. Now I normally make fire starters using cotton balls and dipped in Vaseline, but that's so messy and everything. I don't really mind it. You know, when you're done, you just rub your hands together and kind of makes maybe a good little moisturizer for your hands. So it's not really a big deal, but I got an idea from another person on YouTube who takes cotton balls and you dip it in hot wax, and it has the same result, except it's without as being messy. In addition to that, it's waterproof. It's kind of a cool idea. So I thought today I would try that idea. All right, now the first thing we got to do is heat up the wax, get it all prepared. That's going to take the longest, I think, probably for this whole process. And my wife loves candles, and she can't stand when candles run down to the very end and they're no longer useful, but there's all this great wax with good fragrance in it and so on. So what she did to remedy this is she got herself one of these candle warmers, and you put the remnants of your wax in a glass jar and you set it on this warmer and turn it on, and the wax melts, and it emits the fragrance that the candle did when it was a regular old candle, I guess. And so I'm going to use that. I'm going to take her fragrant candle wax off, and she's already taken an old white candle that's not, it doesn't have a fragrance to it, and she put it in this little mason jar. And so we're going to take the lid off of that, and she's already melted it once for me to get it all fit in there. But I'm just going to reheat it. Put it on the candle warmer, and I'm going to turn it on, and we're going to let that sit until it is melted enough to start dipping the cotton balls in it. Well, as you can see, our wax has melted. It's nice and clear, and it's nearly full in that jar there, so I shouldn't have to dip too deep to get our candle or our cotton balls saturated with candle wax. So we have just a non-porous surface and a bunch of cotton balls. So let's see how we do in creating this little fire starter. All right, so I'm going to take each cotton ball and dip it as much as I can down into the wax. And place it aside. We'll try again with this one. This is absorbing quite a bit of wax. I'm going to have to dip pretty far down in there. We'll see how far I can go here. May not be able to do all of these. Alright, now I'm going to attempt to fully encase the cotton ball in wax by covering up the side that was exposed on the first dip. And we'll see, the wax is pretty low and this opening isn't that big, so we'll see how far I can get down in there without actually dropping it accidentally. We'll give it a try though. One. I suppose you wouldn't have to fully dip these because there's plenty of wax on there to make it a good fire starter, except there might be an advantage to having it fully encased in wax so that it's waterproof. So we're going to test that. Alright, so we'll let these cool and then we'll test them out. Alright, now we're going to do a little test run to see the effectiveness of using wax versus the Vaseline or petroleum jelly. So in my little survival kit, I have my fire making supplies here, a ferro rod, light my fire, and also some Vaseline soaked cotton balls and lint and other things in there. So I'm going to rescue one of these out of there and see if we can light it. And we'll light the wax-covered cotton balls and see how they do. pull it apart a little bit to expose the fibers. Now, I really soak these things in Vaseline, leaving nothing to chance here. And they've always worked great for me, so I'm interested to see how they compare. So I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to take this cotton ball and I'm going to put it, submerge it in water, in Max's water dish for a second there. Then I'm going to take the other wax cotton ball on the end here and I'm going to break it open. Wow, it's really hard. I might have put too much wax on there. Got to expose the fibers. Well, I'm pretty sure that other one's going to be pretty waterproof if it has the same kind of wax on it as this one does. So I'll have to experiment with this in the future. I want to expose the fibers. If there are any non-wax covered fibers in there. See how that goes, actually. So I'll have to experiment here. I don't know if that's enough or not. I can't really get that apart. Alright, I'm going to take out my wet cotton ball. I'm going to break that one open, and that's even harder. Let's try this. Yeah, that's better. Got to use a tool. Well, I can tell you right now, these wax-covered cotton balls, if I can get them to light, they will burn a long time. Let me open this one up a little bit better now. Okay, we'll see how we've done here. Alright, this is Vaseline covered. This was soaked in water. And this one's just a regular wax dipped cotton ball. I have my timer ready. So I'm going to go ahead and well, I'll light them first, then I'll start it. Just make sure I can actually light them all. One. It's one to light. Whoops. Can't do that. Okay, that one's starting. Well, let's keep working at it. It's the only way we learn how to do this. Got to expose those fibers. They might be too encased. Try again here. Alright. There goes the one that's wet. Let's try this one. One to go. There it goes. Alright, now all three are burning. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer, even though it's kind of after the fact. And we'll see how long these, at least the wax ones burn.
So the cotton ball with the petroleum jelly is just now going out. It is on the stopwatch a little over 4 minutes, and probably you can add a minute to that for the Vaseline. It took me a minute at least to get the other ones going again. But as you can see, the wax covered ones are still going strong. And now we are at 6 minutes since we started the wax covered cotton balls aflame, and they're still going. They're about done, and we'll probably just call it good at this point. So a little over 6 minutes, and maybe just, if we count the other minute, maybe a little over 5 minutes for the Vaseline. So they did burn a little bit longer, but they are much harder to get to light.
So this was a great learning experience. My first time to make the wax covered Vaseline cotton balls as fire starter, and it was fun. It was a lot less messy. It took longer. I think in the future I would. Oh, and one thing I didn't say is while they were burning, they actually had kind of a nice smell. That's a bonus. Had like a vanilla scent, which is one of my favorites for candles. And so, but I think what I would do in retrospect is maybe dipping them a little bit faster and not letting them soak as much, because they were pretty hard, and I had to use my knife, as you saw, to get them open and get those fibers exposed so it would catch a spark or take a spark. So in the future, I think I would just dip them very quickly and not allow them to soak so much wax in there. I'm sure it would work much better, much easier to break open. And so let's try it again. I mean, it's kind of fun, just learning new things and trying out different ways of accomplishing the same goal, getting fire out in the wild. And we'll just keep learning as we go. Now, if you have any advice as well, and based upon your experience, I'd love to hear it. And so just comment below, and we'll keep working through this together.